What's up, good people, and welcome back to my channel where we bond over our favorite TV shows, trending topics, and everything in between that we care about. So today, as you can see, I'm on location. I'm in my hotel room, and I'm trying to get out of here. Actually, I'm trying to head home. However, I wanted to come to you guys really quickly with a recap because I was actually here in Atlanta for the court hearing of Darius Crooks, aka Darius Travoy Williams, filing a temporary order of protection against Mel Ford for stalking. So the infamous Bush's situation, some of you may be familiar, some of you may not. However, in this particular video, just because I wanted to give you guys an update, and I will not have time today really at all, I'll have to wrap this up and do my bells and whistles kind of video once I get home and get to my studio and all of that. So later this week, I'll give a more full, detailed account of what occurred as much as I can. So the other piece of this is the court case has been continued until sometime in June. The actual court hearing date is to be determined. However, the attorneys have to do a legal brief by June 8th. So I'm going to give as much of an update as I can, and then once the case is over, then I'll double back and give you guys more detail. However, in the meanwhile, under this video, still feel free, because I'll do a question and answer session. Feel free to comment below any questions that you have, and if I can answer them now in the next video, I will. If not, I'll hold them until the time where I can actually answer the questions. So this is a one-take video, so you'll see more of how I actually am before I can edit all of my foolishness out. But just quick overview. There was an actual hearing on yesterday, May 17th of 2022. Darius Cooks, Darius Travoy Williams did actually show up to the hearing. He was there with his alleged partner in crime, Christy, in her bright outfits, as usual. And they were sitting, I want to say, a couple rows ahead of us. And hold on, getting messages. See, this is why you got to be able to edit stuff. I hope they don't keep texting. But anyway, so they were sitting there, very stoic. Darius saw me come in because they were facing, the door was behind them. It was something about when I walked in, both of them turned around. I don't know why. I think because maybe people were greeting me or something. But they both turned around, they saw me, and never turned around again. So Darius was sitting there very stoic and chomping on gum, and so was Christy. Mel Ford was also there in a present and accounted for, as well as her husband, and the entire back row was supporters of Melanie's, and I think all of them except for one had flown in. And so to me, I was very happy to see that, because that showed a high level of support. It's really a lot of us who were just tired of his predatory practices, etc. So originally, the judge really wanted the attorneys to kind of hash it out. So in the beginning, he said, this is not divorce court. He doesn't, solve issues with people bickering back and forth and, issues with each other from 10 years ago and all of that. And so when I heard that, I got a little nervous, because I'm like, okay, he's not feeling this, and he's gonna just throw this out. And there's a larger goal with this whole situation. So he sent the attorneys out to try to hash it out and come back to him with a solution. They went out for a time, came back, had no solution. And so therefore there was a hearing. And there were 11 other cases being heard that day. And so we had to, because they were now going to trial, we had to wait until all of those other cases had been gone over. And then in the end, the hearing began with them. And it literally was like a trial. Darius had to testify. It was epic. Whoa, I wish I could tell y'all. I can't wait till I can tell y'all, because I was like, man, this is making me feel like how it's going to be when he gets federally indicted. It was just seeing him get caught up in the lies and all of, I can't say too much. Anyway, so he testified, and then I will say Mel Ford's attorney is a beast. A beast. He is good. He is really, 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 really good. So I thank God for that. And So what ended up happening is the judge was like, "Hey, I have a 1 p.m. Hearing, and this is now, we were like approaching 12 something, 12:15, and so he was like, if this can't be wrapped up in that time, because Melanice hadn't even testified yet, or even had the chance to be cross-examined. Darius had been cross-examined. He testified, and then he was cross-examined, and so that's kind of where we left off. So the plan was to continue the case so that basically the whole thing can be heard. And so what the judge was saying is that he's going to now dedicate a whole, couple hours to a full-on trial for this. The other thing that he said was there are certain criteria that have to be met in order for him to grant a permanent order of protection. And there were 3 criteria, and I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but I think it had to be recent, it had to be kind of like a violent threat or something, and the person had to basically be in fear. So, I'm trying not to say too much. So anyway, those were the criteria. So long story short, the criteria for one of them was not met in the judge's opinion. However, he said this case was so complicated to him and new for him as well. He was an older judge. And he said, because Darius, he said, well, from what I am hearing, I assume, I guess this plaintiff is a public figure, qualifies as a public figure. So it's a little shade because he was like, I don't know who the hell you are. But so with that, he gave the example of celebrities have paparazzi after them all the time. And, that's sometimes how they get into the fights with them and the lawsuits for all of that. But what it cannot be qualified for, there's a thin line, I guess, between harassment and paparazzi. You're a public figure. People are going to see you. People are going to take pictures of you with them without your permission. All of that, it comes with the territory. And so what the judge pretty much paused the case to have done is both attorneys to do their own case law briefing. So that means look for previous cases that are similar to this situation so that it gives the judge some level of direction on how to judge this situation. And so that's where we are. And so they're due to do that on June 8th. And then at some point after that, then the actual hearing date will be set. No one wants this going on for months. So it was made very clear that the goal is to have that hearing date be sometime in late June, after the attorneys have had a chance to do their legal briefing. Neither one, it could have been sooner, but neither one of them were available all of next week because of the fact that they both are attending a conference and all of that. And so that was the bulk of it, what I can share right now. And I did speak to an attorney, I spoke to an attorney, and so I was advised that, it would be best to kind of hold back the detailed account commentary on that. So I'm respecting that because this ain't about, my shine or anything like this. This is truly about getting justice for, in this case, Mel Ford, but also all of the other people who have been harmed by this predator. And I'm going to continue to do my job to uplift voices, etc. And even if it requires traveling to make it happen. So thank God, he provides, and I'm able to do this sort of thing for you guys and bring up to the minute commentary and updates on, this whole Darius Cooks things. We got a ways to go, people. This ain't nowhere near over, but this situation was just really cathartic for me to see him really be facing justice in one way or another. And just the fact that he had to testify under oath, and again, I can't say too much. So with that, again, if this is a one-take video, and I'm proud of myself because I thought I was gonna jack this up. This actually is not, in full transparency, this is like take 3, I think, but I was able to get all the way through and get this story out concisely, I guess, in a way. But that's it for now. I had some notes here, but I don't really feel, I think I pretty much covered everything. The only reminder I wanted to give you guys is if you have any questions about the case, because it'll give me direction when I am able to give details, or when I do this next video that'll just give a few more things. if you guys have questions, it'll kind of help give me some direction of what you're actually interested in knowing. And so with that, that's all I have for now. I need to get out of here and get back to Chi-Town, so that I can get some more content out to y'all and get to my gym. I want to get to my gym. But with that, until next time. Oh, wait. If you are new to this channel and you've made it to this point in the video, this would be a great time to hit that subscribe button below. And if you've even made it to this point in the video, period, please like the video below to help us grow. And with that, until next time, until I upload the next video, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.